So, dear students, moving on further to the metamorphosis in insect, part 3. The major metamorphosis in insects, complete metamorphosis or holometabolous development. Now, when we say it is holo, that means complete. Hemi means partial. So, holometabolous is complete development, and complete metamorphosis or holometabolous development is a kind of rapid morphological change during post-embryonic transformation in some forms of insects where larva has no similarity with the adult and there is always a pupal stage. If you have seen a caterpillar, have you all seen a caterpillar? Yes, definitely. You all must have seen a caterpillar, which is a long, elongated one with many legs. You mostly you see them, or it could be little hairy. And can you all imagine that this dirty looking, you don't like it very much. You don't have a liking. So this dislike the creature is going to change into a very beautiful butterfly. So that is its adult stage. So it is so unexpected that this beautiful butterfly has developed from this ugly, ugly looking larva. In between, there is a pupal stage. So this type of development is found in the members of higher orders which pass through a complete metamorphosis. This takes place in beetles, caddisflies, butterflies, moths, mosquitoes, flies, bees, and wasps. It includes four developmental stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Larva differs greatly in form from adult. Undoubtedly, their mouthparts and food habit differ from adults, that is, of the larva. The caterpillar is voracious feeder, while the adults have siphoning and sucking type of mouthparts. They are totally different from that of a caterpillar or larva. Wing bud development is internal. When the larval growth is completed, it is followed by a period of inactivity, that is the prepupal instar, and which transforms into a pupa. Now, I just forgot to tell you all earlier that wing bud development is internal. So, when we talk about the classification of insects, we have two categories. One is exoterygota and the other is endoterygota. So when wing bud development is internal, they are termed as endoterygotes. While when the wing bud development is external, they are termed as exoterygotes. In the pupal stage, the larval tissues disintegrate and adult organs are built up. So, and uh, the final kind of metamorphosis is hypermetamorphosis or hypermetabolous development. It is a kind of metamorphosis in which there are two or three distinct types of larval instars with different habits and structures found in certain insects. Now, in because hyper, this is more. If we talk of a holometabolous, there are definite four stages in the life cycle. That is egg, larva, pupa, and adult. There could be more than two molts in the caterpillar, but then after the molting of a caterpillar, it turns into a pupa, and from the pupa directly emerges the adult. Whereas in this kind of metamorphosis, there are two or three distinct types of larval instars which differ from each other, one another, and they are different in habits and structures. This type of metamorphosis, various instars of larvae do not resemble each other. That is, like they have difference in their legs, they have differences in their eyes, they have differences in their antennae, which are present in first instar larvae and not necessarily in the next larval instars. They are absent in second instar larvae. This type of metamorphosis is seen in specifically, for an example, if we talk about the blister beetle. Just in short, that this phenomena of metamorphosis is controlled by hormones. The hormones are the endocrine secretions. There are certain endocrine glands present in the body of an insect. They secrete what is known as the hormones in the hemolymph, and these hormones actually regulate various things. So, not only metamorphosis, but other things are also regulated by the hormones. Uh, the details of the endocrine system and their secretions, the hormones, would be studied in details and I would be discussing them in details in the further lectures. But just to give you a brief knowledge about the control of metamorphosis, I would just like to tell you all that the development of adult character is controlled by hormones. Besides, there is some evidence that the various organs have their differentiation center which orders their development. Actually, there are two basic hormones as to the stages which we find. One is the ecdysone, as the name indicates. This ecdysone hormone is responsible for ecdysis or molting. There is another major hormone which is present in the insects, which is termed as the juvenile hormone. As the name indicates, juvenile, controlling the young stage. Juvenile means young, young stage. Now, the titer of these two hormones in the body actually decides what stage the insect would be. If the ecdysone is at a higher level, then they would be it would go for further molting. That means it will now proceed towards the other stage. But if the juvenile hormone is in a higher concentration, then it will still remain in the young stage, means they would be molting only, not to form an adult, but the same stage in the but one step ahead. So the juvenile hormone and ecdysyl hormone actually are responsible for the growth and development of an insect, and they control this phenomena or process of metamorphosis in the insects. So with this, I end up with the types of metamorphosis in insect, which actually is very important, because I told you initially that I would be discussing the applied entomological part, wherein we would be concentrating more on the damage caused by the insects and to plan a strategy for regular management or controlling the insect pest. So until and unless we don't have an idea about the life cycle, it is very difficult to plan a technique, plan a strategy for the pest management. Okay, so in my further lectures, I am discussing the pest and their damage. Thank you.